Hello everyone, it's Kay here and I'm here today to share another entry into my challenge. I know who it's from. It's from a very lovely lady who I've followed for some time on YouTube, and she has indeed supported and followed me, and it's Rose Street. For anybody that doesn't know Rose, her channel name is Tattered Rose, and Rose is really good at making journals, junk journals. She's got her own little shop on Etsy, and her work is very precise, very particular, and very good. And without further ado, as always, I'll open my little box here, which is not so little. Thank you, Rose. I'm sure you've been naughty here, I can just see it. And I will leave the link to Rose's channel underneath this video. This is clearly a lot more than I anticipated, and I will take this out very carefully. Rose is from Suffolk. She's got a gorgeous dog called Hero, who is a lovely boy, who really is. I believe he might be a rescue dog. But Rose, like many of us, had lost one fur baby and decided that her life was incomplete without another, so she went along and rescued Hero, and from what I've seen of the dear boy, he is gorgeous. Okay, so here we go. I've taken the bulk of the entry, or what was in the box, out. It's wrapped up in paper, as you can see, and I will just snip it open here and there and get into what Rose has sent. She is a lovely lady, as I say, very supportive to people. She's not a loud person, she's very quiet, just a gentle soul, I think. A very nice lady. So here we go. Oh my word, oh my gosh, Rose. Heavens to Betsy. Well, here are some examples of Rose's work, and she really does do some lovely work and some extras, so I thank you for that, Rose. There's a 6-piece set from Paper Mania. I'm just dealing with things as I come across them in the package. I'm not rootling around, so you know, we'll take it as it comes. But these are these glorious paper flowers, and they are just gorgeous, and it's a wild rose by name, and there are tags and doilies and gift things here on the bottom. Some lovely papers and things to use. 18 pieces in all, so thank you, Rose. That will come in very handy. And then here are some stick pins and charms, again clearly made by Rose. I don't know if I'm going to have to try and open them, as much as I don't like to, but for you to be able to see and appreciate what she's done here. She's used glue dots, which makes it easier to close again, but you need to be able to appreciate what Rose has done. You need to take it out of the packet, and there's some lovely crochet trim there, and then these super little dangles on these quite lovely little clips. I've not managed to get hold of any of these as yet, but they are currently all the trend. It's very much like a safety pin with a hoop on the bottom, and Rose has put together using bead caps and some chunky beads. Some really, I love that, some really lovely dangles that you can add to if you like to, by virtue of the little eye on the bottom here, or leave them exactly as they are. And then there's this really super duper large, if I take it off the point protector, oh I can't, Rose has kept it very secure with some ties, which is a great idea. Rose has made this really gorgeous stick pin with the larger bead on the top, this faceted white bead, this glorious rose bead with the beautiful little diamante spacer there in between all in all a very, very lovely collection of prettiness. So thank you, Rose, very much indeed. She's clearly inked the trim to age it and make it look well loved, which she succeeded with beautifully. Lovely wire wraps there as well, Rose. I always struggle with those, but what a glorious gift. Thank you very, very much indeed. I'll pop that down there and move the box out of the way. And then here are two very lovely handmade flowers, and clearly Rose has been crocheting and adding laces and layers to it. There's a lovely one here, and it's 5 layers deep, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if you include the bits of, I think it's the ribbon trim, I'm not quite sure, but she's used fibres there, and then the huge flat back pearl there to keep it all together. They are really, really lovely. Again, on this beautiful, beautiful packaged paper, which in its own right is, oh, looks like it might be an old graphic 45 looking on the back. That's typical of what they do there. I've not encountered the pack, so I don't quite know. I'm reading in the good old summertime here, so I guess that was the line strolling through the shady lanes. Really, really lovely. And then the second flower is made up with the crocheted doily underneath, and then a couple of layers of lace, this really pretty doily on the top to finish it off, and a flat back pearl. But the colours are all in keeping with the colours in the paper, which makes them extra, extra special. So thank you again, Rose. You're very, very kind. I truly wasn't expecting all of this, just my entry, my darling, but I do appreciate that you've gone to all this trouble for me. Thank you. And here are a couple more crocheted pieces with flowers and leaves. You have been busy, goodness gracious me. Look at those. They really are huge fun. They've been made very, very nicely, and again packaged beautifully with some more of that gorgeous, gorgeous paper. It looks like nursery rhymes. Really, really lovely. Thank you, Rose. And here's a lovely box that's been ribboned, and flat back pearls have been used, and a lovely little paper flower right in the centre there. This lovely pink trim all the way around the box to finish it. Really, really super duper. Oh, I say. Oh, Rose, this is gorgeous. Oh, my word. Ah. Oh, you are a star. Look at this. The beautiful purple tissue paper, but I've got to show you this card. It's like a multimedia project in its own right. There's a glorious chair there. I don't know what it's made of, but it is lovely. Full of some really stunning detail there, look. And it's all been matted on this beautiful lace applique on the back. And then Rose has cut out little pieces from, I guess it must be ribbon trim, I'm not sure, and used the pearl spray. Some glorious roses here in the corner, absolutely beautiful. Another little piece of applique here, and then there's this tiny, tiny made with love on what looks like sewing thread, you know, the anchor or the DMC thread, with this beautiful little daisy, and she's utilised that to anchor down the dangly bit. A beautiful little bling centred flower here, which again has been mounted on definitely a piece of tatting. I recognise the work there. As I'm learning to tat myself, I am picking up on the differences in the trims and things that people use, and this has got the typical picot finish around the edge. Absolutely stunning. Thank you so much, Rose. Obviously a great deal of work has gone into this card, and I do appreciate the time it's taken you. Oh, there's a little pocket inside with a ribbon going across, and I'm just going to have a little look. Oh, I do indeed, my crafting friend. Oh, Rose, you are a darling. Thank you so much, and thank you for your congratulations on my subby total. It's taken a long time, but I value each and every one of my subscribers. I can't tell you. It's been such a pleasure getting to know people and following their channels, and you know, following people through ups and downs. And it is lovely to meet people like Rose, who are constants, who are always there in the background, always supporting, always showing appreciation for everyone's efforts in her little circle of friends. So do go along and check out Rose. She does the most gorgeous albums, I have to say, and really takes her time with them, finds the right covers, puts in the right papers, and is very modest about what she does, and you can see she is a lovely crafter. Thank you, Rose. I really appreciate that. There's another little stick pin here that I almost missed in the corner. If I bring the card up again, there's just so much to see, which I will look at more closely off camera, but there is a gorgeous stick pin here, really lovely, with a beautiful head pin that looks like a little cup made of metal and feathers and all that kind of thing. Beautiful. Thank you, Rose. And here, I guess, is the entry, which again has been put together very carefully. I'm going to try and open the bag without breaking it. Oops, no, it's not to be. These glue dots are sticking like billy out. Right. Oh, no, I have seen this, and true to what Rose does, it's vintage, and it is so lovely. Oh, bless you, Rose. Thank you. I really do appreciate the fact that you've taken part. I pull out. Oh, gosh, they're fierce, those glue dots, but I want to be able to put it back into the packaging again, so excuse the rustling. And I think this might be binding that Rose has dyed herself. She does a lot of dyeing and colouring and putting things together. And this is Rose's Forte with all these, and there's her stamp, handmade by tatteredrosecrafts. So as I say, I'll leave a link below so that you can check Rose out. I'll just undo the ribbon very carefully, take it off, and then we can get into the 12 by 12 one-page album, and you'll see at the outset this glorious image. It's probably a digikit, because like me, Rose likes to use digikits in her work. I think I've probably gone too far there trying to get a close-up for you, but it is beautiful. It's a young lady with a basque top, very modern for her era, the lovely flowers, and then there's some script. Everything's been inked and beautifully finished. Another basque on the back with some writing and some more flowers. So it's a really beautiful paper set, and then you open it up. Everything has been aged and inked and just beautifully put together. Lovely little journaling spot here, and then you open up the three and you see the theme running through this. Absolutely gorgeous. The tops have been, the pocket tops have been magnetised. More of the beautiful digikit, and then Rose has made 3D cutouts and fussy cutout images, these dresses, out of the paper and utilised buttons down through the front, as I'm hoping you can see if I run them slowly across the camera. You can just make the differences, pinks and blues. The buttons are absolutely part of the design work, but they actually look as if they've been placed on afterwards. And then Rose has used butterflies and button tops to cover the front facing of the little magnets, which is a brilliant idea and in keeping with the tags that are in the pockets. Thank you, Rose. That is really, really lovely. A lot of work has gone into this, as I say, but Rose doesn't stint. She does work very, very precisely and does some beautiful stuff. She really does. I love it. So there we are. I'll close that up again because I'm aware of time marching on. And then I'll pop the ribbon back on afterwards. And here are Rose's cards. Excuse the rustling again while I pull them out of the packaging. Everything has been put together so nicely. Alright, let's pull these out. And again, it's more of the same theme. Just gorgeous, gorgeous work. I am very lucky insofar as my subscribers are very, very talented ladies, and they really do go the distance when they're creating to do some really, really beautiful, beautiful work. Just look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. All with the craft coloured envelopes on the back. I'll just take one out, and again, Rose's monogram on the back. So whoever is lucky enough to receive one of these cards is, I'm sure, going to absolutely appreciate all the work that Rose has put into her entry. Everyone has done such beautiful work, and I really do feel very, very blessed to have received some gorgeous entries to date. I really, really do. So I'm going to leave those within your line of vision. I'm sorry it's a little bit skew-whiffy, but I'm trying to let you see the whole of the entry, plus all the extras that Rose was so kind to send. But please don't feel it's a necessity. This is over and above. I am more than happy to receive the entry that you've made, because for me that is what it's all about. So thank you once again for sharing this time with me. Rose, thank you so much for all your kindness, and do follow the link below the video and check out Rose's channel. She is a lovely lady. Thank you all. Happy crafting. Bye bye for now.